Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Claire. I am an intuitive, a coach, and a conscious creator. Um, I'm happy to be back. Today's video, we're talking a little bit about what sensitives can do in the world at the moment. So I don't know what I'll end up calling the video. What sensitives can do in the world at the moment. Okay, so who are the sensitives? If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you are one of us. One of us. Um, so I think there is definitely a distinction between those who are more on the sensitive side and those who are not yet on the sensitive side. I personally believe, and through like some of my own experiences, I feel like everyone has the ability to lean more towards the sensitive, but I feel like everybody's sensitive is different. That's kind of the only way I can explain it. But excuse me, but I think, yeah, I think that's kind of the way I see it. But there is definitely a thing where there's people who are more sensitive. So obviously you hear the term like empath, intuitive, yeah, all these different terms for people who are highly sensitive. And I feel like it's a really nice way to help people understand themselves. So even if we hear the word empath coming out of our ears, and if every second person is an empath, so what? Like, I think we tend to like, even myself, we tend to judge and be like, oh, this is just such a fad, it's such a trend. It is a fad and a trend, but it's necessary. Like, it's these fads and trends that come up, like everybody talking about manifestation and the universe. And I don't feel like it's a coincidence. I don't feel like it's um I don't know, as a species, we tend to enjoy group think, like we like to be around things that are all like happening at the same time and like getting jumping on the bandwagon. And I think some of us, especially those of us who want to make change, so a lot of us who are like cycle breakers and like we want to make change in the world and we want to leave systems, we struggle to watch this thing become so I'm going to keep clearing my throat, but if I stop every time I clear my throat, I'm going to have to edit out like 75 throat clears because the weather's changing, and then that's what happens. Sorry. So I was saying, if we, sorry, following the trends, a lot of us tend to not want to follow the trends. We want to make our own path, and which is great. Tread our own path, be our own person. But these things are trending for a reason because more people are waking up to a different reality and realizing that there is another way of living. There is so much more to life than just being a human being, experiencing human things. We also have so much spiritual opportunity like available to us if we are there to look for it. So first it's let's what is a sensitive? It's somebody who feels very deeply, taps into things like experiences with nature, feels other people's feelings and energy shifts a little bit more or a lot more easily. Usually comes with spiritual gifts, maybe any of the clairs, maybe clairvoyance and clairaudience, and maybe hearing things, seeing things, not always, but I think it's unique to each different person. And this is what the message is today that I wanted to share. So, for a lot of us who are very sensitive, we are taking the path less traveled and we are finding lots of opportunities now for healing and lots of spaces opening up for this. So maybe the people you're around or the places you have left. So experiences of having to change and grow and leave things and join things, and it's just this constant like expansion contraction. And a lot of you might be going through like really difficult times where you feel like you're literally pushed to your limit. Like, how much more of this can I take? If that's where you've been, like, you're welcome to let us know in the comments, although that's not really something you want to always comment on. Maybe you don't always feel comfortable, but if you feel comfortable, let us know. Sometimes it helps to see that you're not the only one. I myself have found I had, and you may have had this, I had like big like experiences where I would feel pushed to my absolute limit. There were times around 2020, 2021, where I thought like, I don't really know how I carry on with life. Like what do I do from here? It's just too much. It's too hard. I'm feeling too much. I'm experiencing too much. I wish it didn't have to be this way. Why can't it just be easy? And I had to push through that in a way that I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't repress it. It was so big that I had to move through it and I had to feel it. And I had to make decisions that I didn't want to make. And I had to say things I didn't want to say and do things I didn't want to do. But it was all in the name of learning more about myself and learning not to abandon myself over and over again. So that's another thing with a lot of sensitive people. We may tend to the people pleasing side or the like peacekeeper side, and a lot of you are probably feeling that pull to tell you like it's enough now, like you can't keep being the people pleaser, you can't keep being the one holding everything together either in your family or with your friends or just in general. Like it's not valuable for us to keep the peace anymore because we can't move forward. If we keep the peace, we abandon ourselves and we stay stuck, and staying stuck is just not an option anymore. So it's just like that. It's not an option. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. But obviously we need to be gentle with ourselves as well as we move through the process. But that all comes with intuitive connection. The harder things get, the more you can reach to spirit, source, God, guardian angels, people that you feel actually love and support you and can see you for who you are. So that's the one part of it. And then the other thing I wanted to share is as we move through, oh, I was saying, so big difficulties, and then maybe you get over those big difficulties and you feel things, you feel yourself coming out of it, and then you feel yourself going back into it again for some or other reason. And a really big thing I have felt is to lean into that and trust the cycles. I always remind myself when I'm in a really low space, I know this will end. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know when, but for now, I'm anchoring into my heart. I'm connecting to the guidance around me that I know loves and supports me, and I'm asking my body what it needs in these moments. And sometimes that is literally me lying on the floor, wrapped up in a blanket, crying. And for some people, like if you've grown up around people who are harder, who are less emotive, less in tune with emotion. It's not how they're structured or built. You may even feel judged. I even feel judged saying that in this space at times, even though it's like a central part of my practice is listening to my body and going, I need to cry right now. I need to lie on my bed for 20 minutes and just feel. Even sometimes if I have to lie down and I connect with the earth, I ask I ask Mother Earth to come and like just like cocoon me, just hold me, just help me. I need to not feel so much all the time. But those moments sometimes have been the most transformative when all I've done is given myself space and given myself time to just be in the difficult, in the challenge, and just let it be there and accept it. I think that's a big one, is saying, I can't fight this. I'm not going to push it away. I'm not going to tell myself not to feel it. I'm not going to run away from it. I'm just going to be in it and accept it for what it is and realize that I don't know how long it's going to be there, but it's there for a reason. And that it's like the tide washing in and out. And then I find myself back and I find myself, I get a break and I can lie on the shore and there's the sun and things start picking up. But with all of that, I always find there are lessons. There's breakthroughs, even mini ones, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've felt this my whole life. And then 2 years later, I might be like, how am I back here again? I thought I learned about this. But it's the layers and the layers and the spiraling journey, spiraling, coming back to things, seeing them again, feeling them again, experiencing them again. I feel like as sensitives, there's often these core wounds or core lessons that we keep coming back to. And when you identify them, it can be so empowering to be like, I'm back on this lesson again, and that's okay. I'm going to keep learning and keep going. So for me, it's been the self-abandonment, and it's been waiting for other people constantly to go, you're enough, you can do this, I believe in you, like it's okay, like that you're different or whatever. And the more I'm like simplifying it, but the more I have circled back to like, oh no, I'm doing it again, I'm waiting for this person to feel this, or I'm waiting for that person, and slowly chipping away like, and finding more and more of myself each time. And I think sometimes we're so hard on ourselves because you can look back and feel like you're exactly where you've always been, or you feel like you haven't traveled that far, or but I feel like sometimes we need to step back and gain a perspective of each tiny step adds up. Like each tiny step adds up. Maybe give yourself a moment this week or today to be like, where was I last year? What were some things that I was struggling with, or what were some patterns I was going through? Like, how much has changed, and how much have I shifted? Even when you're in the dark spaces, even when you're feeling low, you you have still made progress. Something I really loved, I heard last year, is the human experience in itself is a growing experience. Even just living, you will grow and you will learn. Even somebody who is not hyper aware of the spiritual or the spiraling lessons, or a lot of you as sensitives, myself, I really want to like get the most out of everything. And like, I want this healing journey to be, it's almost like there's a destination to reach, which I don't believe there is always. But I will fully immerse myself in a healing process and want to learn more and heal more and feel more and experience more and integrate more. And that can also be really exhausting. It can be something you're constantly doing. But it was a cool reminder to be like, I can't remember who said it, was someone I watch on YouTube. Like the human experience itself is a learning journey. You will learn regardless of what you do because life will teach you. But the more we're willing to acknowledge the lessons and move through them, there's definitely ways to maximize that growth and to really take the experience with both hands. Which leads to the last thing I wanted to share about the sensitive journey. And it comes up a lot also on a lot of YouTubers that I'm watching, is the the mind, body, soul, energy integration. Finding ways to learn more about brain development. So for me, that started with conscious parenting. It slowly came through, and I had to learn more about my kid's brain because I didn't know how to navigate it. And I couldn't do what I knew because it wasn't working, but it also didn't feel right. And it felt harmful at times, where it was like shouting and like becoming dysregulated and not knowing enough about what was happening in front of me. Even though I had been a teacher in a school, I still felt I lacked so much understanding. Learning more about that led to a huge awareness of my own brain development and healing journey from my childhood. And so that's the one, is brain development, nervous system understanding. So there's a lot of information out there. And people will also say like, oh, nervous system is so trendy. Like your nervous system's not trendy. Like everybody's got a nervous system. Like we're just learning more about it, and people get excited to learn about it. Sure, there are tons of creators talking about the nervous system. Is all of it factual? I don't know. But is it the end of the world to watch something that maybe isn't right? That's where you come in. You listen. Yeah, that's how I do it anyway. I listen and I go, I don't know if that's true or real or right, or if that's right for me. And I go look it up. I think I have a struggle with people sharing in absolutes, like saying, this is what you have to do to heal your nervous system. Like, no, I don't know if that's what I need to do, but let me figure out what I need to do. What feels right for me? What is my nervous system? How does it function? What is it telling me on a day-to-day basis? Which led me to then learn more about energy and how your energetic system, as multifaceted and like complicated as it seems, is also interconnected with the way that your nervous system is working. And if your nervous system is stuck and trapped, and your energetic system is stuck and trapped, and which one do we release first? I don't know. What do you think? Like, how can I know more? Play with it. It's a game. It's fun. Like, do some energy work, do some nervous system healing, look up somatics. So there's a lot of stuff also online. Maybe I'm just like super online all the time. Read a book. I don't know. Like, what works for you? I don't resonate with books. I need to see it. I need to feel it. I need to do it. So for me, it's the conscious dance. It's somatic movement. It's just before I started these videos, I go and I do some conscious dance, which for me is switching on a song that I need to like amp me up, to get me moving, to get me shaking, to get me out of my head. And I just move and it looks crazy. And I pull crazy faces and I shake my body and I ask myself, whoa, what do I need to feel like back to myself again and back to me and back to my heart? Sometimes it means sitting quietly in meditation for 5 minutes and connecting to my heart. Sometimes it means saying a prayer. Sometimes it means um, doing a meditation where I align the chakras. So we're going to do this right now. This is the way it's coming through for me. When I started this video, I felt the presence of Archangel Michael. I don't know if you've ever worked with Archangel Michael before. If you haven't, Archangel Michael is there for protection, for healing. A very powerful archangel, available to literally everyone in the world. It's not like an exclusive club that you have to be in. Like, if it's something you want to do and you want to connect to Archangel Michael, you can do it right now. So if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, connecting to your breath, just imagine Archangel Michael's presence with you. It's powerful, it's loving, it's protective. And in this moment, we are being called to tap into our nervous system. And you don't have to do anything to do that. Just set the intention. Tell yourself, I am tapping into my nervous system. You can take your hands to your chest if it's easier. Just tap into this intricate network of the nervous system and ask your nervous system what it is trying to tell you. And the words I keep hearing, whether it's for myself or the group, is slow down, slow down. We are not on a race. There is nowhere to go. The going places is an illusion. There is nowhere to go. There is nowhere to be. There is nowhere to get to. There is no competition to win to get to that place. Slow right down. Archangel Michael is coming through and sending waves of love and waves of calm, as you may give yourself a moment to set an intention to slow down. Sometimes we feel slowing down is a practice we have to do intentionally, as in set aside time to slow down, but we're actually being called to slow down in every moment. If we keep waiting for the day to slow down, we will never slow down. That day will not come. We cannot keep waiting for days to slow down. We need to start now, in this moment, right now, today. Slowing down in every moment. When we eat, when we move, when we live, when we breathe, we need to slow down to the point where we start to see the things that are not allowing us to slow down. And what those things are, sometimes there needs to be change, and change comes with decision. And that sometimes is hard, and that's okay. Give yourself a moment to tap into how hard it can feel to slow down. There is nervous system programming that is telling us we cannot slow down. You cannot slow down. You need to earn money. You need to do things. You need to be in places. You need to do whatever is being told for you to do. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to do that is more important than listening to your body and slowing down. The more we wait for this day, the longer we will be waiting forever and ever and ever. And then we will look back one day and say, I've wasted all this time speeding around, waiting for the day to slow down. And my body was telling me all along that it was safe to slow down from the beginning. The world outside is fast. It takes souls like ours to slow it down. We do not have to subscribe to the world's view of life. The world needs to now subscribe to our view, and our view is a slower, more connected, less hurried, less stressed life. And in this moment, I will invite you to spread a wave of energy out into the world, almost connecting with others that are feeling this way, and saying to yourself, your inner child, and to every soul who might need it, we say, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to slow down. And maybe we need to shift expectation away from outside of ourselves, what the world thinks we should do, what other people are telling us to do, what other people are forcing us to do. You are just living in limitation, and there is no space for limits when we need to tap into our heart and ask what our body wants. It's limitless. When we find that limitlessness, slowing down becomes so much more easy because we are able to drop all the pretense. We're able to drop all of the stress and the expectation, and we just tap into our heart. You are a beautiful soul. Your kindness radiates. It's time to send that inward to yourself. You deserve kindness. You deserve calm. And it starts now. When you are ready, you can slowly come back into the space. We thank Archangel Michael for the messages that come through, and trust that these messages can come through to you whenever you need them. I am not the only way that we get these messages. There are ways for you to all tap in whatever way that you need to. I love connecting with spirit, with angels, with guides, and bringing through messages. I myself still second guess constantly, whether it's my own words, whether it's a channeling, whether it's a translation of energy that I'm bringing through, but it doesn't matter what it is, because I believe all of it is connected to source, all of it is connected to love. And I feel like the message that came through today was, while it was not planned, I didn't know what was going to come through, it was exactly what I needed to hear. And yeah, I felt like there will be people listening who needed to hear that too. So if this was something you needed to hear, I invite you to take it into your heart and to remember that you deserve love and kindness for yourself. It's the only way we can start. It's the only way that it can spread. We cannot love others without loving ourselves. We cannot wish for slowing down and wish for this kindness for the world. Maybe if you were to say, how do you wish for the world to be in the future? Just bring that into your heart and into your life. It's the only way we can do it. We cannot change billions of people, but if billions of people change themselves, we change the world. So thank you all for being here today. I hope this was helpful. If you like this message or it resonated for you in some way, it's really helpful for me to grow my channel and to reach more people. If you like, subscribe, maybe comment down below if this was helpful to you in any way, or if you yourself have a message that came through during that connection with Archangel Michael, maybe something that didn't come through for me. And that might be helpful for somebody else who's listening. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.